let me just start by saying the Bills hired Brandon Beane in May of 2017. So it was Doug Whaley who drafted with Sean McDermott that year. So this is going back to 2017. So 6 combined years of drafting between McDermott and Beane. And in those 6 years, the Bills have drafted 45 players. 22 have been offensive players, 21 defensive, and 2 special teamers. However, of those 45 total picks, only 23 remain on the roster, with most of them coming on defense. 14 are defensive players, only 8 are offensive, and then there's Tyler Bass. And on top of it, 5 of their 6 first-round picks have been a defensive player. And the only player that was offensive was Josh Allen. And that was a year where you pretty much had to draft a quarterback. And for the cherry on top, the last first-round pick that Allen played with on offense was Kelvin Benjamin, who wasn't even the Bills draft pick. He was the 2014 first-round pick by Carolina. And moving down a little bit further here, Buffalo has only drafted 1 wide receiver before day 3 since 2017, and that was Zay Jones. And the Bills have never drafted an interior offensive lineman before round 5. They've just drafted 3 offensive tackles: Deion Dawkins, Cody Ford, and Spencer Brown. So technically, you could say Brandon Beane himself has never drafted a wide receiver or an interior offensive lineman before day 3. So again, Zach and I were both right, because when you look at it on the surface, you say the Bills have been very balanced with how they draft. But when you get down to the nitty gritty, you say, I really don't think it's that balanced. So basically, what that tells me is that the Bills draft defense early, and then they fill out the rest of their team by getting day 3 offensive players. But the problem with that is those are just camp bodies who are used for that depth and competition, where you take someone like Isaiah Hodgins and 6th-round draft pick, looks pretty promising, but then the Bills say, well, we're going to keep Jake Kummerow over him for special teams, and he bounces up and down between the practice squad, and then look what happens. The Giants claim him, and they turn him into, I don't want to say a superstar, but he had a very nice season for the Giants.